So it has been like 3 years that I have been professionally working with React, and I have built countless projects, websites, portfolios, and apps that are literally being used by thousands, if not, lakhs or millions. But there is this one question that I have always been asked, how to start in React and where to start from, what is the amount of CSS that one should know, how and more often, is there a roadmap, like uh, a proper chart or something that one can follow and a step by step guide. So when I started that resource was not directly available, although there were uh, places where we could find that. But I think now it's 2024 and a lot of people have already made it. Some very experienced folks have even built platforms, where you can actually find the roadmap. And I'll be walking you through all of that data and all of that flows from where you can learn and what are the steps you should start. So, but there are a few things that I would like to, clear before we even begin this video. CSS is as important as JavaScript when it comes to React, because at the end of the day, even with React, you're going to make apps. Probably going to make a landing page, or going to make web apps or then websites or portfolios. They should, be good to eyes and they should look appealing. For that, CSS is uh, like one of the most important thing. Obviously, functionally, there is no use of CSS in React, but if you want to be good at it, you should be like the best in CSS as well. And after CSS, of course, JavaScript is that one thing, that you should definitely look forward learning when you are thinking about starting React. So the obvious mistake that people do, and which I have seen people doing, is they jump to React first and then they start the backtracking of JavaScript. For example, some concept of JavaScript came in while learning React. Now they'll jump to JavaScript and then they start that topic. That is a little wrong approach. I think when you say React JS, it's React JavaScript. JS in React means JavaScript, and the syntax which creates websites and apps is JSX. It's HTML and CSS in JavaScript, right? So that means JavaScript is that one important thing that should be, on your priority number one when you're going to start the functional React thing, right? And once you're good with JavaScript, the most, the syntax and how you write functions, what are closures and all kind of those things. Once you start and have a good grasp, then you can start React. That is the one good way of doing that. So I think enough of the talking part. Let's quickly jump to the main part of the video, and I'll walk you through the React.js roadmap where you can literally follow it from the scratch. And if you are able to, meet the end of that roadmap, you will definitely be good at React. So let's jump to the video.
Go to this website if you see, and you have to open this link. And here you can see it says React developer and everything that there is there to learn about React in the ecosystem in the year 2024. So the good thing about this particular platform, this is called roadmap.sh, and it's being very helpful to a lot of people out there who are learning new stuff. And there is not just React, but a lot more things are also in here in this particular website. So the good thing about this is this it lets you track your progress as well. When I say track your progress, it actually lets you can say right now it says 0% and 0 of 80 are done. You can actually right click on any one of this and you can see it is marking it as done and the progress is getting synced here. And also you can log in into this so that you can track your progress. So there are three things. One is personal recommendation. This is the green one. These are alternative opinions. And third is an order in the roadmap, which is, you can follow, but even if you don't follow, it's perfectly okay. So I'll just unmark them again. Yeah. So you can see clearly it mentions when you start React, the first thing is you need to learn JavaScript, right? As I clearly mentioned that JavaScript is that one important thing that everyone needs to learn before starting React. So if you click on this particular link, the separate JavaScript roadmap will open and you can follow it. But I'll not be going deep into that. I'll just start with the React. So assuming that you have done JavaScript, you have to learn the CLI tools, right? Where you can uh, create a new React app. Here they have given reference of Vite. You can also use CRA, but it's not recommended by the React community themselves. So go and start using Vite, right? And then there comes again the yellow ones are the roots, the important things, the like the top level element or the top level thing, and there are sub things in the further down if you see. So first of all, it says components and how components are defined, like JSX, and then props, what is different between prop and state, what is conditional rendering, and a lot of other stuff. And then how the component rendering happens, right? This is the component lifecycle, render props, and a lot of things are here. And then again, in the component, there are hooks. Now create custom hooks or so everything that you need to know and you have to follow, everything is right here. And for state management also, you can see context API is here, MobX is here. This is again, these are two good ones that are being used in the industry. These two are not a lot of, I mean, these two are used more and these are used a little lesser than these two, right? And again, then the way how you can write CSS in React, these are the three frameworks. Again, CSS modules, Tailwind, and Panda CSS. And again, if you want to use component libraries where which give you inbuilt uh, component support. For example, you want to create a list, you want to create a search, you want to create a drop down, all of these things will be available right over here. And then again, the very important part, the routing of React application. Right now, React router is one of the most widely used routing package. It's an npm package used by the community a lot. And then there is again Tanstack router. I have personally not used it, so I can really not comment on this. And again, there are a lot of other things that you can, once you have started and you have a fair idea of all of the above things, you can start how to do the API calls in React, right? I mean, it's more of how you will call the other APIs. For example, you want to fetch photos, maybe you want to fetch a song or a video or something like that. How do you do that? All of that data comes right over in this section. And when it starts, so the testing part, these are the few frameworks that are very helpful um, while developing. And again, advanced topics are also here. So this gives you a fair idea of how a beginner can start uh, learning React, and gradually, once you are done with all of these frameworks, I mean, all of these things of that are part of React, then you can start with how forms can be handled. Either you can do the basic HTML forms, but they're a little difficult to manage. So you can use a library. Formic and React hooked forms are one of the two very widely used forms. Although I have used and forms a lot, but these two are also widely used. Again, types and validation. TypeScript, everyone must have heard about TypeScript, and this is that one thing that people are saying everyone should be using. So you don't get errors in the end because you have already validated the types and there will be no discrepancy while what the component is expecting and what you are supplying, right? So that is here. And then in very advanced topics, these are again animations and then error boundaries and other stuff. So later, once you're done with all of that, the next thing is React Native. So that we'll talk about. some other day. And you can see there are, if you want to test your knowledge, there are 51 React questions and 75 JavaScript questions, all kind of quizzes for other roadmaps and other languages libraries is right in this particular section. You can, the link of all of this will be in the description. You can just click on that and reach your log into this page, and you can start tracking your progress. And everything is there on YouTube. You don't actually have to pay someone to learn this in 2024. I mean, it's no harm. Kudos to everyone who are creating paid courses, but for someone who is just a beginner and want to have a fair taste of how React and all of these things are and how to start working with these, I think you can just copy this and paste it in YouTube, and you will find good tutorials for each one of them. And there are good libraries, sorry, good playlist of where you can learn React as well. I'll try putting them in the description, so you can have a look there as well. So that's all for this video.
So if you have more questions and you have very specific doubts, I will link the Telegram channel in the description. You can just ping me there, or you can put comments in the comment section of this video, and I'll surely try reaching out to you and solving whatever you have doubts on, and I have the capacity to review and resolve them for you. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.